Okay. Hello, welcome to Current News. I'm your host, Chris Davis, and today we're going to talk about why the sports world wants Skip Bayless from Undisputed fired. So, as you know, Skip Bayless is a host with Shannon Sharp on the show Undisputed on Fox Sports 1. So, during this past week, he made some comments about Dak Prescott going through depression that angered a lot of people. So I want to play two videos. One where Dak Prescott talks about his depression, and then Skip Bayless's statement. So let's listen.
Dak, you sat down for an interview that's going to air this weekend that just talked about what you went through during this off season. Was this one of your more difficult periods for you to handle, just from the standpoint of what went on in your personal life, just the isolation of the pandemic, just the uncertainty of the contract and the season and the off season? Can you just walk us through that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure it was. As it was for, I'm sure, majority of the world. But I'm a people's person. I'm somebody that likes to be around people. Like to inspire. Like to put a smile on people's faces, day in and day out. And I like to lead. And when that's taken away from you simply because you're forced to quarantine and forced to not be around people and get around people as much as you would like to, yeah, it's tough. As I explained, it creates new emotions that I've never felt before, but obviously dealt with, and I obviously got the help that I needed and was very open about it. But I think that's why I was fortunate enough to get over it, as not all of us are. But yeah, as I've said before, I don't want to sit here and dwell on the things that were a struggle for me when I know I'm very fortunate and blessed, and other people have it much more worse. But just to be transparent about it, that even in my situation, emotions and those type of things can overcome you if you don't do something about it.
Did you notice it as it was happening? I mean, did you realize that you were kind of sinking into a depression, or is this the sort of thing you didn't really realize that
No,
until
for
you were
sure.
there and you're going, I haven't felt like this?
No, for sure, I realized it. When you have thoughts that you've never had, I think that's more so than anything the chance to realize it and recognize it, and to be vulnerable about it. And I mean, talk to my family, talk to the people around me, simply as I did at the time. And some of them obviously had dealt with it before. Was able to have those conversations and then reach out further, just to more people. And just, I think, being open about it and not holding those feelings in was one of the better things for me.
How do you think that helps other people that might hold things in and not think about it or not express themselves? That when you're the quarterback of that team in such a visible figure, you think you're helping people?
Oh, I mean, I sure hope so. Because mental health is a huge issue, and it's a real thing in our world right now, especially the world we live in, where everything is viral, and everyone is a part of the media, I guess you can say, and can get on social media and be overcome with emotions, or be overcome with the thoughts of other people, and allow that to fill into their head when those things aren't necessarily true, whether it's getting likes on Instagram or something being viewed, or being bullied, or whatever it may be. All those things create emotions and can put thoughts in your head about yourself or about your situation in life that aren't true. So I mean, I think it's huge. I think it's huge to talk. I think it's huge to get help, and it saves lives.
You're talking about being a leader and being an extrovert and how difficult that was. But a lot of that is holding it in. Isn't just, as a leader, I shouldn't show this if I'm having these struggles individually because I am a leader. I can't let other people see that.
No, I think that's a fake leader. I think being a leader is about being genuine and being real. And as I said, if I wouldn't have talked about those things to the people I did, I wouldn't realize that my friends and a lot more people go through them, and that they are as common as they are. So I don't think for 1 second, leaders or not, or no matter how big of a person you are, if you're not mentally healthy, if you're not thinking the right way, then you're not going to be able to lead people the right way. So before I can lead, I've got to make sure that my mind's in the right place to do that, and lead people to where they want to be. So I think that's important, to be vulnerable, to be genuine, and to be transparent. And I think that goes a long way when you're a leader, and when your voice is being heard by so many and you can inspire.
Okay, all well said from you. All very good points. I'm going to disqualify myself right up front on this question, I'm the wrong one to ask about this when it comes to him as the face of that franchise of America's team. I'm going to ask our audience to feel free to go ahead and condemn me if you choose as cold-blooded and insensitive on this issue. I have deep compassion for clinical depression, but when it comes to the quarterback of an NFL team, you know this as well as better than I do. It's the ultimate leadership position in sports. Am I right about that? You are commanding an entire franchise. What's the roster now? Is it 53 still?
53, but I think they got like 15 practice squad guys.
Okay. But you're commanding a lot of young men and some older men. And they're all looking to you to be their CEO, to be in charge of the football team. Because of all that, I don't have sympathy for him going public with, I got depressed. I suffered depression early in COVID to the point that I couldn't even go work out. Look, he's the quarterback of America's team. And you know and I know, this sport that you play, it is dog eat dog. It is no compassion, no quarter given on the football field. If you reveal publicly any little weakness, it can affect your team's ability to believe in you in the toughest spots, and it definitely can encourage others on the other side to come after you. You throw an interception, you're going to hear, you depressed number 4, you get that sort of thing. You get sacked. How'd that feel? You getting down about it? You just can't go public with it, in my humble opinion. So now I got to declare, who have I always been? I grew up I had a rough childhood, broken home, just soaked with alcohol. I had some really low moments in my childhood, and I just kept fighting. I fought through every one of them. I've had some low moments professionally where some dark times happened, and you've been through it too. And you know and I know, you just fight. You got to fight back. You can't give in to the depression. You try to rise above it because it's just how you're built. It's how I'm built.
Right.
I believe it's how that man is built. Rise above it. I got to tell you, it's been a long time since I was more stunned by quotes than what he told, I think it was Graham Bensinger in the interview that's going to air tonight, maybe?
I think the thing is, Skip, is that, like you always tell me, you like to place yourself in that position.
I do.
And you probably wouldn't have shared what Dak shared.
You just can't, for the good of your franchise and your football team, and in the end,
what good,
your own psyche.
But what good is that, Skip, if you don't share it, but you're dealing with it internally?
You just got to. I get what you're saying. Sometimes it's better just to get it out.
Yes, and that's what he said.
Okay? I just don't know if you're the quarterback of America's team, a team that I think has got a shot to get to this year's Super Bowl, certainly got a shot to win the division and make the playoffs, which they did not do last year. You can't go public with that, even though you say this could help a lot of people out there who are truly suffering from a clinically diagnosed depression.
Skip, I think the thing is that you have to understand. I understand that he plays quarterback, he's the face of a franchise, but at the end of the day, I'll take all that away, he's still human. And there's a human element of this. And sometimes people think because we...
Okay, a lot of people have criticized Skip Bayless for being insensitive to Dak Prescott's mental health. Fox Sports came out and made a statement. It says, at Fox Sports, we are proud of Dak Prescott for publicly revealing his struggle with depression and mental health. No matter the cause of the struggle, Fox Sports believes Dak showed tremendous courage, which is evident in both his leadership on the Dallas Cowboys and in his character off the field. Other people have criticized Skip Bayless for his comments, Michael Strahan, and other Cowboy players. But Skip Bayless had this comment to say. He doesn't apologize for his statement, but this is what Skip had to say about the backlash he's been getting. All right, I quote, "This is the final point. One I'm told that was misconstrued by many," Bayless said. "The only Dak depression I addressed on yesterday's show was from an interview he taped with Graham Bensinger. Dak said that depression hit soon after the pandemic hit, early in the quarantine. I said yesterday that if Dak needed help for a pandemic depression, he should have sought counseling then. And again, if you are suffering from any form of depression, please seek help." Okay, so that was his statement. He doesn't apologize. He really doubles down on it. But I want to share my thoughts with all of you about Skip Bayless's comments. So obviously they were insensitive and wrong. Listen, doesn't mean you're famous and you have a lot of money. That doesn't mean you have peace or that you have happiness. Dak coming out about his depression and his mental health and how the COVID-19 pandemic affected him is a good thing, because a lot of people have benefited from him coming out. A lot of people who may have been contemplating taking their life might have saw that and said, okay, Dak Prescott got help, so I can do it too. We have lost a lot of celebrities due to suicide. Robin Williams, Anthony Bourdain, Kate Spade. When these celebrities take their own lives, we ask ourselves, why didn't they talk to anyone? Why didn't they seek help? It's probably because of people like Skip Bayless, people who are going through the mental depression or just depression. They think that them coming out is weak, or they think that what they're going through is silly and they should get over it. If you believe that you need help with depression, it's okay to go seek help. That's perfectly fine. It's very important for you to look out for your own mental well-being. Okay, that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Do you think Skip Bayless was too harsh on Dak Prescott? Do you not? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you liked what I had to share, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with all your friends, and all of you have a great day.